Hello there, Lynx here. Yes, I'm in front of a webcam. For the intro, for the outro as well later, but we of course are playing still From Salt to Sugar. In the previous episode we got to see the Shokugeki. What awaits us today for? Let's find out. Haruka woke up in a lethargic daze, this time without the help from her younger sister. She heaved herself out of bed, trying her best to rub the sleep away from her eyes. She didn't bother checking the time or eat a full breakfast, instead choosing to get ready and leave for school, all at a leisurely pace. The path to school, although having only been trekked through for a little bit over a week, had already been ingrained into her mind, becoming a subconscious routine. Yeah, it is like that, surprisingly enough. It is like that. Like... yeah, I would say so. At first you don't remember, but you go a few times and it's basically everyday thing. Funny how it works, right? Despite Haruka practically being half asleep, she was still cognizant enough to notice the lack of high school students on their way to school. In fact, there were none. Oh my God, are you going to school on a Sunday? Please tell me you are not doing that. Not even Kade, who always walks with Haruka, could be seen. Haruka broke into a cold sweat. No, I can't be late, I can't be... Haruka hastily pulled out her cell phone to check the time. 8:45! Immediately Haruka booked it to school, wasting no time at all. I'm still saying it's Sunday. I mean, she was not woken up by the sister like previously or anything like that, so... However, as she neared the gate entrance, she saw that it was closed shut. Damn it, why didn't you wake me up? It was then that Haruka remembered last night. Her sister told her she had to go to school early tomorrow and to set her alarm so she doesn't sleep in. Alright, I guess I can't put blame on her. Not really knowing what to do, Haruka, just jump over the fence. Kept walking towards the school gate until she noticed an expensive-looking black car pulling up along the side of the entrance. She peered from afar, trying to get a glimpse of whoever was driving. Suddenly, the driver's side door opened and a man dressed in a black suit got out of the car. He made his way to the passenger side door and opened it. Unsurprisingly, the passenger of the car turned out to be Camille. What was surprising was her being late. At least I'm not the only one. The man returned to the driver's door, entered, and without saying a single word drove away, leaving Camille alone at the school gate. Oh, so, by the way, I guess my theory about this being Sunday, denied. Haruka hurried to meet her, but as she got closer, she noticed the somber look on Camille's face. Hey, Amai-san. I guess you're late too, huh? Koyama-san. Camille turned towards Haruka in surprise, but immediately regained her composure. Yes, it seems we both slept in. Hey, but I never took you for someone to sleep in, what with all your butlers and maids? Again, I'm not a princess. I take care of myself in regards to waking up. Oh, usually my sister wakes me up. I honestly don't know if I would make it in on time without her. Oh, a sister. Yeah, she's more responsible than I am, apparently, despite only being 13. Looks like you got more things to work on besides your baking skills. Haruka gave a nervous smile to Camille, hoping she doesn't send another condescending remark like she did the first time they met. Must be nice to have a sister. Yeah, must be nice. To have siblings at all, to be fair. Funnily enough, I was saying this all the time. I don't know why, but I would prefer to have sister than a brother if I had siblings. Don't know why. I don't understand it either. Anyway, Camille began to walk away and Haruka followed, wondering where she was heading. Hey, wait, where are you going? You're not skipping, are you? Hey, and if I am? Camille paused. Hey, but it doesn't match your image at all. Camille resumed her path. Sometimes when we're bound by rules, you have the urge to break them. She steadily and unhesitantly walked away from the school gate. Haruka knows she means serious business. Hey, It's only the second week and she's already sleeping. I'm already beginning to see the different sides of her. Wait, but where are we going? Who knows? I'll go where the wind takes me. Kakoi! That is something that I feel like an anime character would say. So cool. Kakoi! She must be nuts! Camille turned back to Haruka as she stopped in her tracks. Got any ideas? She said it with such a blank face, it was almost like she didn't care about anything at all. Haruka was taken back by the cold face. Camille waited patiently for the answer, still staring at Haruka with empty eyes. How about her? Before Haruka could finish her sentence, she saw someone behind the school gates in the corner of her eyes. Before we gotta get away from the school or else we'll get caught skipping! Meow. In haste, Haruka instinctively grabbed Camille's hand and eloped from the school gates. Wait! What do you mean wait? We can't let them see us! As nimbly as they could, Haruka and Camille left the site of any administrative stuff. Now that I think about it, is closing the gates at schools after the ring bells like a Japanese thing, Asian thing, or is it actually being done in a lot of schools? Because I do remember that's not being done in mine. At least not for gates, that's for sure. In primary school, I remember only, well, there was no gate, I guess, but unless we talk about the bug area, because school had like a bug area where you could, so students, teachers could go outside, play around, whatever. There was a football pitch, etc., right? So that was gated, and so on. But in front there was no gate. But still, the front door, I guess, at some hour were definitely closed. But later they would open it anyway. I guess when one of the classes would end the lessons. That's when I would go out to the outside store to get ice cream or whatever. Which was not allowed, but who cared? In middle school, let's see. Okay, in middle school, actually, all the doors were closed, that's for sure. Again, there was no gate there. And behind, like, the pitch and so on, the running track, those were not gated, actually, as well. So you could enter wherever, really, from the outside. So I guess it would make sense why the doors would be open. Again, you could actually, you know, if you were in the front, you could ring to it. The fact that I remember such details, it's nuts. And in a high school, yeah, it was whatever, full freedom, to be fair. You can go out whenever. Except, well, of course, you can go out, but unnoticed by the teachers. Anywho, we should be safe here. Haruka looked at Camille, who was still panting and gasping for breath, and chuckled. You're just like Kaede. Ha, Kaede. Both unathletic. Camille straightened herself up and went back to their previous topic. So, Koyama-san, where do you suggest we go? Haruka looked around to see where it was worth going to. They were running blindlessly that even Haruka didn't pay any mind to where they were going. Haruka's fine, and let's see, we should be near... Haruka pulled out her cell phone and decided to search for a good nearby restaurant. And by that we mean cheap restaurant nearby. That would be me. After all, she did skip breakfast and was feeling hungry after that little marathon. Haruka-san. Camille mumbled. Feeling hungry? Haruka showed a picture of a restaurant that was situated just a few blocks away. Camille at first looked confused, but agreed. Sure. The inside of the restaurant was typical of any family-oriented eatery, quaint in both style and atmosphere. Haruka and Camille both took their seats at one of the empty booths and were each handed menus by the waitresses.
I wonder what I should get. Have you decided yet, Camille?
Camille stared at the menu with a puzzled expression.
Hey, what's wrong? You look like you're having a tough time deciding.
No, there is just too many things. She continued, staring at the menu, her expression not changing. I think I'll have this. Camille points to her menu.
Ooh, curry, nice choice. I'll have that then.
The waiters came back to their booth.
What would you two like to order?
They gave their orders to the waitress, who promptly returned to the kitchen.
Oh man, I haven't had curry in a long time. When was the last time you had some, Camille? Huh?
Oh, I had some before.
You've never had curry before, have you?
How do you not have curry? What? How is that even possible? What? Do like high-stated people not eat curry? Why? What is wrong with you? Anyway.
Whoa, I didn't think you would get flustered over something like this.
I haven't had many Japanese dishes before.
You know, we could have said something. It's not like I would have made fun of you for it. I guess being rich means eating more home-cooked meals. You should get a big glad for today you'll get to try the best and tastiest curry in all of Japan.
Says who?
Says me, that's who.
Before long, the waitress came back with their orders.
Wow, it smells so good. Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu. They simultaneously dug into their dishes, savoring each spoonful until all of the curry was no more.
Delicious! Nothing beats getting full with a curry on an empty stomach. What do you think about your first experience of curry, huh? I wasn't like when I said it was the best.
Camille looked towards Haruka with her natural steak expression.
It was indeed quite good, but I do have one complaint.
Haruka waited in quiet hesitation for Camille's response.
It was a tad too salty for me, but other than that it was good. Really again? Salt seems to be your number one complaint. I can't help it. I bake cakes, which means more sugar than salt. It's not my fault you can't tell the difference between the two.
They both looked at each other and started to laugh.
You know, we still have lots of time before school's done for the day. We should check out some shops, maybe go to the arcade. It will be pretty empty at this time of the day.
Sure, let's go. After hours spent checking local shops and playing around at the arcade, Haruka and Camille decided to waste the remaining time by sitting on the grass by the river.
Man, I can't believe you're so good at fighting games, Camille. I figured being a rich girl would mean less time to play stuff like that.
I always try to fit in some free time into my schedule. I'm not always practicing or studying, you know.
I suppose. Too bad we couldn't play the claw machine. It would be bad if we brought home any incriminating evidence.
Even so, we'll probably get in trouble anyway.
Right.
They both looked at the river, gleaming from the sun's rays. It sparkled as if made of many tiny crystals. It was quiet for some time, until Camille broke the silence. I didn't oversleep.
Hey?
Actually, I guess I kind of did, but it was more intentional than accidental.
What's she getting at?
Haruka stared quizzically at Camille as she continued. After I went home of a day, when I had to stay behind and clean the classroom, my mother questioned me and asked why I was late. I told her about our competition, but that it was just for fun. She scolded me and told me that I shouldn't waste my time and experience something so childish. I wasn't really mad at her, I knew how she would react anyway, so I apologized and told her that I wouldn't do it again. But when we were competing, I don't know, I guess I was just happy. It was fun despite how stupid it was. Of course, it was a shokugeki, come on. Camille paused, took a breath, then started again. Since then, my day-to-day life studying, practicing etiquette lessons started to feel monotonous. Even baking was too boring to do. I mean... I'm kind of not surprised she feels like that about it. Is it weird that I don't feel surprised about that? I mean, you have to try make cooking sort of fun, I guess. Otherwise, it really becomes a chore. Yeah.
I guess I was just yearning for that kind of excitement from that day, as if something was missing.
Before Haruka could interject, Camille stood up.
Sorry, I was rambling on too much. I must have bored you. No, it's fine. It was just unexpected. Yeah, I just needed to vent out. I think we should probably get back now. My personal driver will be expecting me. I don't think it's possible to say that without sounding snobbish.
They both laughed at the joke, but Haruka was still taken back by what Camille had said.
Why did she tell me that? What was she going to say?
These thoughts and questions bombarded her mind, but she decided not to worry about them now. Instead, Haruka got up as well, and both she and Camille went back home. The hall was rather quiet on that day, save for the typical murmuring between the students and the gentle tapping of the rain against the windows as Haruka walked down the stairs of the foyer, or should I say to the foyer.
I can't believe I'd actually joined a club, and this late too. What does she even know about art anyway? Whatever, I don't always need to walk home with her, but it would have been nice to have her umbrella.
As Haruka arrived at the locker, she glanced outside through the entrance doors. That's loud. The rain poured down mercilessly from the clouds above, unrelenting as it pelted those unprepared.
Really? What happened to the gentle tapping a few seconds ago?
Defenseless against the elements, Haruka was only equipped with her school bag and the clothes on her back. She swiftly thought up a plan.
Okay, I can probably make it to the gate with minimal exposure if I use my bag to cover my head while running between the trees. After that, I'll try to use the sides of the buildings and my bag to further prevent myself from getting too soaked. I'm going to be drenched. Come on, let's face reality.
With a hesitant sigh, Haruka reluctantly pushed through the doors and proceeded under the entrance canopy. From here she took one last look at her escape route and instantaneously bolted towards the first tree. She continued onwards until she made it to the school gate.
Alright, now I just gotta run as fast as I can. Forgive me back!
She charged into the pouring rain, holding her bag over her head. Running with the speed of Shinkansen, Haruka tried her best to dodge the rain, but to no avail. She quickly realized the inevitability of running in the rain without proper anti-rain measures.
I got drenched anyway. Not even my athletic stamina can save me.
As Haruka slowed her pace to a walk, she caught the sound of someone shouting behind her, over the loud thundering of the rain. She turned to see who it was, but one thing inside was a familiar black car. Before Haruka could even think of what to do next, Camille popped her head out of one of the windows.
Haruka!
Camille mentioned to Haruka to get in the car, which she hesitantly obliged.
Are you sure about this? I'll get the seats wet! It's fine, it's just water.
Camille gave Haruka a stern look as she sat in her seat, shivering from the cold rain.
Honestly, what were you thinking? Where is your umbrella? Didn't you see the forecast for today? You should be glad I caught a glimpse of you zigzagging on the sidewalk. What were evasive maneuvers?
Camille huffed and crossed her arms over her chest.
I guess you leave me no choice then.
Haruka perked up.
You don't want your parents seeing you soaked to the bone, do you?
Haruka shook her head, unaware of where Camille was going.
When it's settled, you'll drive yourself and your clothes back at my house. Huh?
Before Haruka could give her input on the matter, Camille went straight back to scolding Haruka.
I guess this is fine. I mean, I've always wanted to see what a mansion looks like.
They pulled up to what Haruka believed to be Camille's home, but Haruka couldn't tell from her side. The driver, while holding an umbrella, opened the door on Camille's side. Haruka scooted over to the door, not wanting to suffer the rain's wrath a second time. When she got out of the car, she stood in front of what she assumed to be Camille's house.
Nice.
It was not a mansion.
I thought you lived in a mansion. I never said anything of the sort. Besides, this house is plenty luxurious without the need of unnecessary space.
Haruka, although slightly disappointed, considered that it indeed did have a luxurious feel to it. The two girls made their way inside, while the driver returned to the car park. To the car to park it in the garage. Haruka was in awe. Compared to the outside, the inside was much more comforting, being more akin to a regular home than an expensive one.
The bathroom's down the hall on the left. I bring some towels and a change of clothes for you.
With that, Camille went to retrieve the items, leaving Haruka alone on the entrance hall. Haruka scanned the open room. The comforting atmosphere she once felt disappeared, now replaced with a feeling of intimidation.
Okay, it was down the hall, right?
Haruka gingerly made her way to the bathroom, leaving little puddles of water along the way. The bathroom wasn't as lavishly decorated as Haruka expected, instead appearing like any normal bathroom would. Shortly after, Haruka heard a knock on the door.
I brought a change of clothes for you.
Haruka opened the door.
I'm not sure how well they'll fit for... Eh?
Haruka looked at Camille's chest and then looked down at her own. I mean, it's not like we're flat. Camille noticed Haruka's glance and blushed.
I'm sure it's fine.
Haruka chuckled and reassured Camille with a warm smile that it was just a joke.
I'm just joking, silly. Silly?
Haruka then closed the bathroom door, leaving Camille in the hall, still flustered about being called
silly.
The sound of water soon started as Haruka peeled the soaked uniform off her skin and quickly opened the shower. As she turned the valves, hot water immediately cascaded upon her supple form, bringing with it a feeling of bliss. Steam began forming on the glass doors to the shower, silhouetting Haruka's body from the outside.
Why would they see her from the outside for?
The hot water continued enveloping Haruka's body as she started to subconsciously evaluate Camille's house.
Too bad it wasn't a mansion, huh? It's still bigger than my house, though. And it definitely has a more grandeur feel. Even the bathroom looks sleek and stylish. The bathroom she uses.
She began blushing at the pretty thought of using the same bathroom as Camille.
Ah, what's wrong with me? Who cares about that?
She tried bringing her back to her more reasonable senses by lightly slapping both her cheeks.
Gee! The soothing water probably melted my brain. Ah, shoot, I shouldn't have been wasting so much water.
Haruka rushed to turn off the shower and hurriedly put on the clothes that Camille had lent her. Surprisingly, on the contrary to Haruka's joke prior, the simple outfit fit her comfortably. A slight breeze of cold air wrapped around Haruka as the bathroom door opened. Camille greeted her in a casual fit with a hairdryer in her hands. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're done? You look different with your hair down. Do I? Anyway, I'll dry your hair. After your hair's dry, let's go to my cake shop. Wait, what? I'll give you a minute of what goes on behind the counter too, if you want. Hey, wait, I get a tour too? Do you not want one? Of course I do, come on!
Haruka has been in there many times, but it was only to admire the king's room behind the glass, and maybe an occasional small treat when she had that money. She would have never imagined being able to see how the pros work their craft in the bag.
I'll have my chauffeur deliver your school uniform to you once it dries. Thanks for drying them too. It's unnatural for a host to provide hospitality to her guest.
Loud whirring sounds echoed through the acoustic bathroom as Camille gently dried Haruka's hair with the blow dryer. I also do that in the morning. Haruka frequently closed and opened her eyes when the strands of hair would land in her eye. To Haruka, this moment seemed so surreal. The whole event seemed surreal. It was only a few weeks back that they were exchanging menacing glares, and now they were both considered somewhat friends. Haruka smiled at the thought of this change of events. She would have never expected this to happen.
What are you smiling at?
Camille said in a more audible voice to overpower the blow dryer's noise.
Nothing. You're weird. Yeah, sure.
Haruka returned with a brighter smile. The two had somehow become closer even though they started off on a rough patch. The fancy black car had dropped the two off in front of the grand store after all that occurred earlier. Even from the outside, where different customers were entering the shop, you could see through the windows that there were a ton of people waiting in line to buy cakes. A sweet fragrance welcomed them as they entered the store, a fragrance that Haruka would never forget. Side tails are so good, by the way. I don't know why I haven't said that earlier, but side tails are so good. And
wow, it's so busy today. Yep, people often come here after work or school to buy cakes.
Despite also frequenting the store often, Haruka stood in A for the 100th time, taking in the spectacular view of the cakes all around the store. But she was interrupted by Camille grabbing her hand and dragging her elsewhere.
This way. What?
Camille elegantly led Haruka towards the door that led behind the counters, graciously maneuvering around the crowds of people. As Camille opened the door, the warm colors of the front of the store changed to a cool chrome palette. There were several workers running to and fro, taking cakes out of the ovens and decorating them.
Incredible!
Haruka's parents' place couldn't even compare to Camille's. The facility here was nice and modern, whereas Haruka's could almost be considered rundown.
We live in two different worlds, don't we?
Here, I'll show you the...
Miru-chan!
Before Camille... Oh, hello. Could finish her sentence, however, she was glowed by an older-looking girl, donned in a white pastry chef uniform.
Miru-chan! Miru-chan! Hey, Katsumi. Miru-chan, it's been so long since I've seen you. It's only been a month or so.
Camille had a bashful expression from being hugged, but she didn't push the girl away.
So she does have close friends, huh? But you used to come here all the time after school. I missed you. Hey, Katsumi.
The clean girl finally noticed an unfamiliar face standing near Camille.
Oh, is this a new friend? Ah, yeah. This is Koyama Haruka meet Arashi Katsumi. Oh, nice to meet you.
Haruka bowed.
Nice to meet you.
But Katsumi's attention quickly returned back to Camille.
Ooh, Peter-chan, just how busy are you lately that you haven't been visiting the shop? Huh? You're not gonna get lonely without you. I miss doing things with you. Things? What things? Katsumi, don't say things that could be misunderstood.
Both Haruka and Camille were blushing fondly.
Just kidding. I wonder just what side of Camille I haven't seen yet that Katsumi has. I want to see it too. But to bring someone to the back, you must really trust Haruka-chan, don't you? First name basis already?
Welcome to Poland, and basically Europe, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty much all Europe, I would say. No one calls other people by surnames. What the fuck? It's so weird. What was that sound right now, by the way? This guy made in the background. I don't know if you could hear it all. Wait, did he just... I think I heard a Polish slur. We're listening to that now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, definitely.
There was definitely the case, Larder. Come on.
I don't know if you could hear it as well, but I've heard it. Anyway.
Don't we have already found a new lover, Camille? Did you promise me you'd marry me, you beautiful Katsumi-chan?
Camille blushed even harder now, feeling her face on fire.
Katsumi, that was back then, when we were kids. That didn't mean anything.
Camille shot a glance at Haruka, hoping she would understand it was just a farce. Haruka avoided a glance for embarrassed as she imagined the little Camille gleaming with promising a proposal.
Haruka, don't you dare imagine it!
Katsumi then noted someone walking to the group but didn't mention her to the two.
Looks like the fun's over. Gotta get back to work. See you around sometime, Camille. Hopefully soon.
Katsumi gave Camille a wink and quickly strided off.
Forget what you just heard. I'll try.
Camille gave a disapproving look.
Is she like your older sister? No, just a childhood friend. We've known each other since we were little because of our parents' connections. She might be older, but she can be just as mature as a 5-year-old sometimes.
Footsteps were becoming louder, and those footsteps were all familiar to Camille. She turned around to find the puppeteer controlling her life.
Mother!
Mother looks good.
Hello, Camille.
Haruka stood there feeling awkward in sudden intense atmosphere.
You must have a lot of free time on your hands to visit the shop. It seems like you're in middle school all over again. I just want to show a friend around. A friend.
Camille's mom looked at Haruka, and Haruka bowed a 90-degree bow right that instant.
Nice to meet you, my name is Koyama, Haruka. I hope you're not making friends with bad influences. Haruka's not a bad influence. Oh, even if she's not, you don't have time to be wasting on useless things.
Haruka didn't realize said useless was referring to her, but Camille immediately defended her.
It's not useless when it's something that I want to waste my time on.
Another supple, condescending look was given to Haruka by Camille's mom.
Then I hope you'll still be able to yield good results while working with distractions.
Camille's mom turned to Haruka.
Koyama-san, I hope you understand that Camille has many priorities she needs to focus on.
And without another word, Camille's mom left them and went back to work. Oh boy. I guess she's that type of parents. Problematic.
Maybe I should take my leave? Sorry about that. It's fine, it's getting late anyway. Thanks for everyone even letting me in the back of the shop for a second.
Camille gave one more scorning look at her mother and then escorted Haruka back to the car. As weeks passed by, Camille's life became more and more stressful. Stressed? Probably stressful would be better. Although it was just her first year in high school, her studies and extracurricular activities were getting to her. Of course. She would also have to spend time baking and decorating cakes in order to maintain her skill level, sometimes pushing challenges on herself like making a round cake under a time limit. The stress was soon getting the better of her health, and soon she was experiencing occasional headaches and lightheadedness. Oh shit. Haruka now spending more time with Camille, not easily that Camille wasn't feeling well lately. Camille would often space out, or always seem to be deep in thought, giving only short responses like she wasn't even paying attention to what Haruka was saying. Seeing Camille like that felt uncomfortable, and Haruka decided to consult her about it one day after school.
Camille!
Camille didn't even respond as she packed up her bag ready to leave.
Camille!
Haruka shook Camille's arm to get her attention.
Hey! Haruka! Hey! You okay? You seem so out of it lately. I'm fine.
Camille resumed packing her bag.
You don't look fine just now. You didn't even respond to me when I called you. I was just thinking about something. But your face has been looking pale lately. Have you been getting enough rest? What's rest? Plenty. Sorry, Haruka, I have to go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Camille left. She then left Haruka at her desk to make her way home. Camille didn't even mean to brush her off so coldly like that. It was just that today was the day she was to learn a new skill for baking, and she didn't want to upset her mother any further. I would not be able to live like that. I bet if I was in Camille's shoes in such a situation, I would enter the rebel mode. Haruka was left alone at Camille's desk, mood dampened because she couldn't lift Camille's mood up.
Did you and your wife have a fight? Hey, okay then. You'd better buy some flowers and chocolates for her, or else she's going to be taken away by someone else. Hey? You've been hanging around her lately. How did you manage to befriend the princess after being rivals? I don't know, it just happened one day. You two might be friends now, but you might want to keep your distance from her. Hey, why? She's gonna be taking over her family's patissier shop, isn't she? She probably has a lot of pressure and stress right now, even though she's only a first year in high school. Imagine what it will be like when she reaches third year. Jesus, just thinking about it makes me stressed. What with all those exams and whatever she does? She won't even have time to breathe, let alone have a friend.
Haruka realized that might be true. She knew that Camille had a set future ahead of her. But again, I guess it would be nice to have future like that set, right? Camille is going down a road that was laid down all for her, and she was expected to strictly follow that road.
That's kind of sad, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's life. Maybe I'll... Hey, wanna walk home with me? I'm gonna be stopping by the convenience store. Want something? Sure.
Haruka pondered that maybe she should give Camille some space. She didn't want to be the one dragging her down.
Maybe I'm a distraction.
Not a good thinking, kind of. The next day, during lunch, as Haruka ate with Camille in the classroom, Haruka decided to confront Camille about giving her space.
Camille
Looked up from her lunch.
I've been thinking.
Camille was slightly concerned.
I've been thinking lately. I should probably give you some space so you can focus on your cakery. What? I mean, I feel bad. You seem so busy lately and I'm just here being a distraction to you.
No, Haruka, what distraction?
Distraction? Then I hope you will still be able to get good results while working with distractions.
I bet that's how Camille hears her mother, by the way.
You're not a distraction. I don't need you to give me space. I'm fine. Whatever hindered you once. Remember us skipping that one day?
Sure, Camille did get scolded by her mom that day for skipping, but Camille didn't mind it.
It's fine. That didn't bother me one bit. But no, Pat. You're not going anywhere. Hey?
Camille then pulled out her Samsung Galaxy Note 5 and called her chauffeur. Note 5? Actually, this game is not the newest as well. That's true. So, Samsung Galaxy Note S5. Which year is it? Which year? Dude, it's Android 5. What the heck? That's some old phone. Still, it can be up to 64 gigabytes RAM, 4 gigs. Nice. It's from 2015. Okay. It's from 2015, and the game was released in 2016. Nice. By the way, it's the second game of theirs now that I think about it. Oh, we played only one of... No, we played 2 games from them, yeah. We played 2 games from Team ANPIM. I remembered correctly. Nice. Now we are playing the third one. Good one. There are 7 in total. I'm not sure if I downloaded all of them. I think I did. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one, kind of. Anywho.
Hello? Hando-san, you don't need to pick me after school today. Thank you.
What's up with the screen? Wait, you see, what the fuck? You don't see the changes. I see, okay, something got messed up. Basically what I see is, you know what, I will just screenshot this, because for some reason even Streamlabs is not picking up what I'm seeing. What the fuck? Even screenshot is not picking up what I'm seeing. The hell? Because this is a very weird bug.
Hello? Understand. You don't need to pick me up after school today. Thank you.
Without even waiting for a response from her chauffeur, she hung up and returned to the conversation she had with Haruka.
You're not a distraction, Haruka. In fact, you are a savior. And I'm going to walk home with you today. Hey?
Haruka wanted to rebut, but Camille cut her thoughts.
No arguments.
Haruka was left no choice but to just give Camille a worried expression and obey. After 6th period, Camille actively went over to Haruka's desk, all packed up and ready.
Are you sure you have time to be walking with me? Always.
It's not really always, but let's not get into the details of that. Haruka wasn't so sure she should be for. She was still hesitant on taking up Camille's precious time.
Let's go then!
On the long road home, the two talked about the upcoming tests and visual school happenings. And oh my god, I'm so glad I don't have to be worried about tests or anything like that anymore. Not having tests is so great. Even now, at the back of Haruka's mind, she's still worried about Camille. Camille didn't stutter when she said that Haruka wasn't a disturbance to Camille's life, but it just wasn't convincing to Haruka.
I wish I was good at art, so I could at least decorate the cake nicer. Maybe even paint it with edible glitter.
Which made me realize... I think I've never seen glitter, edible glitter. I definitely have not seen glitter on cake or anything like that. At least not where I... at the places I went to, at the bakeries I went into. Yeah, I don't think I've seen. Anywho.
Makes you wish you'd taken art classes, huh? Yeah, that would be helpful, but I think that'd be too much to handle. I have a ton of other classes already and...
Camille was about to finish her sentence, but wobbled and almost lost her balance.
Camille! Camille, are you okay? I'm fine.
But her words meant nothing as she stumbled on her feet.
No, you're not. You're barely standing up.
I'm fine.
Camille!
Camille was still conscious, but she was struggling to stay stable.
Oh my god!
Haruka's house was just a few more ways ahead, so she decided to somehow half carry, half haul Camille to her house. Which I guess might have been a little bit of a challenge. I mean, Camille is a bit taller than her, right? Well, maybe she would be able to. Then again, she was wobbly, so maybe the height would be alright. Anyway, she swung open the door and, as fast as she could, settled Camille on the couch. That's a nice apartment as well. Or should I say house, actually. Haruka called out to Yumi, hoping she could help with this sick patient.
Yumi, come down!
No reply.
Yumi! Ah, shit. I forgot it's her turn to help out at the store today.
Haruka, I'm fine.
No, shut up!
Haruka cursed and hurriedly went to grab a glass of water. Camille felt better after sitting down and was less dizzy than before.
Here, a glass of water.
Thank you. But really, I'm fine now.
You say that, but you're probably gonna collapse once you stand up.
Then I'll just sit here.
Would you like to watch TV? No. Would you like to do anything while you sit?
Camille gave a scan throughout the room and spotted the little kitchen area.
Hey.
Camille gave a small mischievous smile.
Bake me a cake.
What?
You heard me. Bake me a cake. It doesn't have to be big, just a small one.
Haruka looked at Camille skeptically and wondered if she hit her head somewhere when she faltered on the street. I think she didn't. But without further ado, Haruka sighed and did as she was told.
Yes, Your Highness.
Haruka proceeded towards the kitchen to bake said cake, leaving Camille alone in the living room. Camille hadn't realized it before, but having went alone herself, she felt that Haruka's house was homey. The size of it was no match for her own, but that all the more gave off an aura of coziness. There was nothing incredibly expensive in the house, nor was there any flashy decor. Everything was just nice and simple. She then focused her attention on the kitchen, where Haruka was beginning to whip up a spontaneous cake.
A small cake? So I should probably cut the ingredients in a quarter.
Camille could hear Haruka mumbling herself over the amounts of ingredients needed, and she noticed that Haruka was so absorbed into it, it almost seemed like she was in her own little world. With every pour and every whisk, Haruka looked so happy and content. She was careful not to make any mistakes, and when she did, she was able to fix it up easily with no panic. There was something about her that felt whimsical as she went about her tasks. It didn't seem mechanical, and every minute of it was spent smiling. Haruka looked like she was having fun. It was like nothing was holding her back. I mean, that's definitely a plus. No expectations, no worries, no responsibilities. It was what Camille always longed for.
Can I also be like that?
Huh?
Ah! Haruka!
Camille instinctively rushed to Haruka's side to find an empty mixing bowl on the floor. Haruka let out a sigh of relief.
Hooah! Thankfully it was empty.
But you're still just as clumsy. Camille muttered under her breath.
What was that?
Nothing. Don't mistake salt for sugar this time.
Good. Okay, I've learned from my mistakes.
Haruka pouted, still knowing that Camille would probably hold on to that forever. Camille laughed and picked up the fallen mixing bowl.
Here, let me help.
Wait, are you feeling better? You're not going to faint on me again, are you?
No, I won't. I feel a little better now, so pass me another apron and let's get started.
Yes, ma'am.
The two then continued where Haruka had left off. Camille would often point out some tips for Haruka and then teach her more efficient ways of doing certain things. Haruka felt grateful to have a tutor of some sort to show her the ropes. Her parents had taught her many things, but it's always nice to learn new methods from other sources. That is correct. Broaden your horizons in this way. While they waited for the cake to bake, they began making the icing and frostings. They spent time meticulously making them, sometimes even goofing off. Camille didn't mind it though. She felt happy for the first time in a long while. It reminded her of a day they played hooky. Just like that time, she was temporarily freed from her chains. However, she knew it would only last until she went home. That's a bit sad, yeah.
Camille, can you pass me the spatula?
Oh my god. Okay. Guys and not guys. Be honest, have you ever actually used a spatula? It's useless. It just takes space. Let's face it. It just makes it hard to open a drawer. It's a useless tool. And you know I'm right.
Hey? Oh, here!
Camille watched as Haruka scraped the mixing bowl full of frosting and stored it in the piping bag. Oh, piping. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I think it's super... Wait. Spatula. That's not what I was thinking. No. Actually, spatulas are okay. I was not thinking spatula. What the fuck? My mind created something completely else right now. What did I think about? Whisker. I was thinking about whisker. That's the useless thing that takes so much space that... And only that. Sorry. Like, yes. Also... Sorry about that as well. Whisker is the useless thing in the kitchen. Completely. It just takes space, makes the drawer hard to open, and so on and so on. And you never use it. It's a fact. Camille watched as Haruka scrubbed the mixing bowl full of frosting and stored it in the piping bag. I read this line already, but it's fine, I guess. Haruka's hands were steadily decorating the edge of the cake, careful not to spill over. As Haruka finishes the piping the edge, Camille notices a swatch of frosting on her cheek. Haruka, there is some frosting on your cheek.
Oh, where?
Haruka was about to wipe it off, but Camille beat her to it. However, instead of using a tissue, Camille subconsciously went and licked it. What?
Camille?
Here we go, full thing. And there is the frosting, whatever it's called, bug. I've never used it, but to be fair, I think it would be super tough task. Even Camille didn't know what came over her. She had to think of a reason, quick.
Sorry, force of habit.
You lick people's cheeks if you see frosting on it. What?
Yeah, force of habit. Whenever I see frosting, I just have the urge to lick it off.
Still weird. Camille said all that with a face that's as red as a cherry.
Maybe not on the CG for.
As expected, the daughter of an expert pâtissier.
Is it for? Camille's heart was beating like crazy, hoping to God that Haruka actually bought her lie. And on the other hand, Haruka's heart was about to jump out as well. Haruka tried to brush it off, but couldn't forget the sensation of Camille's tongue on her cheek. To quickly change the topic, Camille brought up something else.
Doesn't the cake still look a bit plain?
Haruka was brought back to reality and paid attention to the issue at hand.
Oh, yeah, you're right. How about...
Haruka began to write something in the empty space of the cake.
Cheer up, Camille.
Camille wasn't expecting it at all and was left speechless.
Haruka,
Aren't I like seeing you down so down lately? I know what you've been going through recently, but I really hope you feel better soon.
Thank you, Haruka.
Thank you.
For someone to care so much about her like this, it made Camille emotional. Camille was almost in tears, which made Haruka panic a bit.
If it's too sad to think about, let's change the topic.
Camille chuckled.
No, it's okay.
When do you want to have the taste of my masterpiece?
Camille dabbed at her eyes with the sleeves of her uniform and agreed.
It better not taste like salt.
If it tastes like salt, I'll stop forcing the car of a pâtissier.
You don't have to go that far.
That's how confident I am.
The girls shared the cake along with tea and the dinner at the dinner table.
Haruka.
What is it?
I'm going to away on Friday and the weekend to attend a cake competition. I'll be in Kyoto for a few days because of it.
Ah, you're gonna be in a competition.
It's not the big one, but it's still something to be stressed about.
Huh? Is that why you've been like this lately?
Yes, somewhat.
I had no idea you were shouldering something like that.
It's okay, I'm kind of used to it.
No, you aren't. No, you aren't. If you're losing consciousness and so on, you're not used to that. Maybe you could say a vet if you actually took good care of yourself there. But again, if you're running out of steam and losing consciousness, vet's not being used to it. Right?
I wish you good luck, Fo. You better win for me.
Ha! Who do you think I am? Of course I'll win, and I'll come back to show you.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Whoops. Ah, shit.
Is it your mom?
Yeah.
Camille didn't want to explain where she was at the moment, so she declined the call and quickly called up her chauffeur to pick her up.
I'll think of an excuse on the ride home, but I have to go now. Thank you again for the cake. It was really fun making it with you.
No problem.
Moments later, the honk of the car sounded, signaling Camille to come out.
See you on Sunday.
Yeah, see ya.
Although she said it with a smile, deep down Haruka felt uneasy.
3 days isn't such a long time, is it?
Those two are so crazy adorable. Welcome again. Again, I'm in front of a webcam, yes. We are going to cut the episode here. There will be one more coming tomorrow. It's pretty much because there's 3 CGs and I'm gonna use them as thumbnails, so... Maybe not correct approach, but to be fair, also trying to keep all those episodes under an hour somehow. Yes. We've made a cake. Seemed delicious. The girls, I believe, thought it was delicious. Camille definitely liked the frosting. Anyway, those two are cute together. But enough cuteness for today. Hope to see you tomorrow as well. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking it. That would be very much appreciated, as per always. Do you like frosting yourself? Tell me in the comments. And of course, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We are on that road to 2,500 now. It will take a moment, but with your help we can get there. A bit faster, maybe. Also in the description, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram if you're into that stuff. And the game, also, of course, linked as well. That's it. Hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.